So in this video, we'll be demonstrating how to take your shoes from this to this.
So the process we did on these shoes was we used a nourishing cream. We rubbed it into the leather by hand, and that penetrated the pores of the leather, made it nice and moisturized and soft. We then got a brush, applied on the wax, so that sort of covered the shoe.
And that will be a pigment coloured wax polish.
That's correct. And that was to fill in all the gaps and just get around the whole shoe. Then used a base wax, applied by hand, filled in the pores of the leather. So we went on the toe, building up the layers, slightly around the sides, on the heels, and blended it all in. Next step, we got a cloth, our water, wrapped the cloth, small circular layers with a little bit of water.
And that's where the shine really comes through,
That's correct. And we repeated that process. So I apply it in little circles. So you wrap the cloth, little bit of wax, applied in little circles, penetrates better, much smoother application that way. Then a little bit of water, again in little circles.
Always anti-clockwise.
Always anti-clockwise. Don't know why.
Just has to be.
It's just more comfortable that way. And then slowly, again, just building up around the sides, more concentrated on the heels and the toes, and blended in that way.
Beautiful.
We then buffed off the shoe, Chris, with a tubing grip to begin with, which is something you get from like a pharmacy.
Yeah, sure.
And it just takes off that top layer of wax.
So that any wax, any polish that hasn't penetrated the leather is removed.
Correct, correct. So we use that back forward motion on the chair, and it just takes off that first layer. We then move on to stockings. 40 denier, which is smooth. You can use 60, but it's not as smooth. It is thicker, but I prefer 40 denier because it just buffs better. So fold it up, back and forward, and it brings up that shine really nicely all over the shoe. Then I use the palm of my hands. So what I do, make sure the palm is free of any sort of oils or dirt. Literally get a cloth, make sure it's clear, and back and forward in this sort of motion, and it just makes the shine more intense and deeper, and just gives it a great luster.
Now obviously I'm going to make great care to get that shine just as it is, but short of someone scuffing it or I hit it on a table leg or something, how long would you expect that shine to last on these shoes?
Quite a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've penetrated the leather with the base layers, etc., and we've applied it by hand, so it's got into the pores of the leather. That is an extremely deep shine.
So if I was to put that into a shoe bag for a while, you could take it out and the polish hasn't gone.
Not at all. That will stand the
It's a
test of
long-lasting
time.
deep shine.
Yeah, unless you get that drenched.
Oh no, of
rain,
course. So of
etc.
course, if it gets dusty, if I scuff it on something, that was it. But all being equal, if I put it into a shoe bag, in 6 months' time I can take it out to wear and it'll be just
100%.
Excellent. Yeah, but it's not a fading shine.
Not at all. Not at all. That will stand the test of time.
Quick interruption, we've got some exciting news for you. All you have to do is sign up on the link below and we will send you the definitive guide to dressing well, all my best bits in one document. Fantastic. You will also be put into a prize draw where you could win a tie and pocket square of your choosing, and better than that, you'll receive an online styling session with yours truly. Now Steve, this pair of shoes was a slightly different strategy. This was a pair of unworn shoes.
Correct.
So they'd never been polished or worn before. They had been well treated by the manufacturer because you did notice that they weren't that dry. So obviously the manufacturer, the factory state was quite
nourished.
Quite nourished, but had no polish to them. Is there a slightly, now that's interesting because a lot of people don't believe that when you get new shoes you need to polish them. They think they are good to go.
Yes.
That's not true, is it?
Not at all. I think you always need to at least nourish your shoes when you buy them, because that leather is brand new. It needs a bit of love. So what I've done is I built up the layers on the toe a lot more. So we've filled up the pores. I put a lot more wax on this particular pair than what I did on that one, to fill all the pores. And then we built up the layers from there.
Fine. Now what I was interested in is how you've managed to build up layers and fill in the pores, but still miss all the small holes of the broguing.
Yeah.
That's the skill. I find when I'm polishing brogues, maybe I'm being too heavy-handed with my polish.
Sure.
I end up filling in some of the holes.
I think, because I know we were discussing previously, like a lot of, it's a very delicate process. It's like you love the shoe. So shoe polishing is not an aggressive thing. It is delicate. Lots of delicate touches and caressing and loving the shoe.
So actually, we've spoken about using your hands to apply the polish. On a full brogue shoe, such as this, that will avoid the polish going into the holes.
It will.
Whereas if you're using an applicator brush, for example, or
Correct.
heavy-handed scooping the polish up with a cloth,
Yep.
you're going to fill the holes in and you'll lose the
you're
effect. So by using your hand, you're actually you get a nicer, cleaner
Correct.
finish.
You can control what you do more by applying by hand. So, you know, I can put finer layers on and just build up thin layers so it doesn't get in the holes of the brogue.
Certainly. And again, as a point of reference, you didn't remove the laces on these shoes because it's actually what we call a lazy man, which is a faked lace which can't be removed.
Correct.
As these shoes were new and it was their first polish, you spent a little longer, about 20 minutes.
A little longer.
And I think the next time I wear these, I can maintain that. I will keep them clean and dry. And possibly the first few times I polish them, I will also start building up more layers of polish on the toe and on the heel to get that sort of ball finish I quite like.
Correct.
What you've achieved also on these shoes here as well is you've talked about that blend. There isn't, you haven't built up a definite toe cap. It blends very well into the side of the shoe, into the wingtip.
Correct.
And what won't happen is when I do wear them, you won't get that crack.
That's very true, Chris.
You'll get a crease, which my shoe tree will help minimise.
It will.
But we won't get that heavy polished crack, which you would have had you have taken those layers too high up into the shoe.
Correct. So we've gone mainly on the toe here, on the heels as well, and we've left this area pretty clean.
Nice and clean and polished, but not that hard finish shine.
Not a hard finish shine, because as soon as you bend it, it will all crack.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. You've learned a few things to apply yourself. I would say if you're ever in the West End of London, it's well worth finding Steve in Savoy and having a shoe shine of this quality. If not, follow him on Instagram. The link is in the description below so you can see some of his work. Any comments or questions, put them in the comments below and hit that subscribe button.